Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in to Cooking with Stina. Today we're going to be making Khao Piak Sen, which is a Laos chicken noodle soup. Alright, here's what you need to make the broth. I'm using 2 chicken leg quarters, a ginger cut in half, a whole onion, 2 tablespoons of salt, and 2 tablespoons of chicken soup base. So I have 12 cups of water boiling into my pot, and now I'm just adding my ingredients, starting with the whole onion, the ginger, I left the skin on, 2 tablespoons of chicken soup base, 2 tablespoons of salt, and my chicken quarters, or chicken leg quarters. After throwing everything in, I'm gonna let this simmer for about an hour. And while that simmers, we're gonna move on and start making our noodles for the soup. Here's everything you need to make the noodles. I have 4.5 cups of water into my kettle. Make sure you're using boiling water, a bag of tapioca starch, some extra tapioca starch to help when I am rolling out the dough, a bag of rice flour, salt, and then I have a roller and a bowl to put everything in. Alright, let's start making the noodles. So don't mind me, I really thought I was showing the ingredients. I legit thought that. So don't come for me. But I am adding in my tapioca starch, the whole bag, my rice flour, also the whole bag, and then I'm going to grind some salt into there, about a teaspoon I would say. And then now I am adding water for my kettle, which is again 4.5 cups, and make sure that it is piping hot. Once you add everything, what you're going to do now is stir it all up. It's really hot, so use something here. I'm using my rice scooper. With everything being mixed in, now I'm going to start kind of kneading it into the bowl. And you want to make sure that it's in a good consistency before rolling it out. So now just continue to knead it. Alright, now that I have it to the consistency that I want, I am going to cut it into quarters and then roll it out individually. So now I'm going to sprinkle the cutting board with some more tapioca starch. This is going to prevent the dough from sticking onto the board. So just spread it around, and now I'm going to try to flatten out the dough. And then I'm going to use my roller and then roll it all out. You want to roll it to a thickness that you prefer. If you want it thinner, roll it out more finer. If you want it thicker, don't roll it out as much, but it's a personal preference. Alright, so it has reached the thickness that I like. So now what I'm going to do is add some more tapioca and coat it onto the noodles so it doesn't stick, and I'm going to roll it up before slicing. And then adding more tapioca on top, and I'll get my knife out and I'll start cutting it up into noodle strands, and you can cut it however thick or thin you want it again. Done cutting your noodles, and make sure you sprinkle some more tapioca starch on top to prevent them from sticking to one another. So it's been about an hour and my broth has been simmering away. So what I'm going to do next is actually take out the 2 pieces of chicken and then shred them by hand. All right, my chicken's all shredded. You can throw it into your soup like I did, or some people, they like to keep it to the side and add it later. All right, so now what I did is I transferred some chicken broth into a smaller pot. So I do it by serving size, and now I'm throwing in how much noodles I want in my bowl. And you're just gonna let your noodles cook until they start kind of floating to the top and they become not as white and a little bit more transparent. Okay, it's all done. Time to make your bowl. I've poured my khao piak into a bowl, and I like to top it off with some Beansprouts, green onions, cilantro, fried garlic, black pepper, and some chili oil. And this is the end result. Thanks everyone for watching. If you like this video, hit subscribe.